Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I try to show you how I combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry to make hopefully well-balanced, well-rounded dinners. As a family, we generally eat low carb because my husband and I have to for health reasons. And as the sole cook in the house, it is just easier for me to make one meal than to try to make multiple meals, short order cook kind of thing. So, I know I said I wasn't going to make this video if you watched my last week's What We Eat for Dinner. This is going to be a short week because we have a family event. So Thursday through Sunday, we will be gone. It's a big like fall get together that we go to every year. But I got to thinking about it and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do a video because it might be interesting to see how I use up the things out of the refrigerator to get them gone before we are gone. So there's some leftovers, some little bits of stuff that if I can get it used up before we leave, that would be awesome. So I thought maybe I would just go ahead and do it. It's only going to be the 3 days, but you know, it just means a short video. So it is cold today. The high was 45 today. And so I thought, you know what, soup sounded good. And I thought I had more leftover chicken than I did. Well, then I got to looking and I was like, no, there's not as much there as I thought. So instead I had a 5-pack of Italian style brats, which is not enough to feed my family. We're a family of 7. But put it in a soup and it's going to extend it a little bit further. So that's what I did. So I browned that up. To that, I added the leftover broccoli, roasted broccoli from the other night, and a little less than a quart of chicken broth from the bones from the other night. So super easy. Then when that was done simmering, the broccoli was all, warmed and everything, I added in a good handful of shredded cheddar cheese, a little glug of heavy whipping cream, and that's it. This is going to be a super simple soup. But because there's so much flavor in both the bone broth and the Italian sausage, I just kind of figured the Italian brats, I just figured this would be a big flavorful soup. With that, my kids will be having, these are drop biscuits, which is just a easy way of making biscuits where you don't roll them out and cut them. The dough is a little bit looser, thinner, and you just drop the biscuits by spoonfuls onto the tray. I added garlic powder, cheddar cheese, and parsley to them, so they're kind of like Cheddar Bay biscuits, and baked those. I will make sure to put that recipe in the show notes because it's just so nice and easy. I went ahead and made a full batch so that we have leftovers, and the kids can have them with breakfasts or something else. And then for me, since I'm low carb, my husband's not home. He's out. He's a truck driver. He's gone 4 days at a time. So I made the recipe for Keto Mug Bread. You can pause and screenshot or write that down. That's for the almond flour from Aldi, but I used cashew flour because I've still got some in the freezer from food banks past. And I just did that, and I added the same thing, the garlic, the cheese, and the parsley into it, and then you cook it in a mug, and it rises up huge. And then I added butter to top mine off. It's not biscuits. I'm going to tell you, this is one of those things that I miss so much being low carb, is biscuits. I love me some biscuits. I would take it over any other bread product on the market. So they're not the same, but it's going to scratch the itch for having some kind of cheesy, something to dip into my soup. With that, we went to the mobile food pantry today. You guys will already have seen that. And I had the 2 dozen store-bought eggs. I went ahead and hard-boiled all of them and then made deviled eggs for dinner tonight just to kind of up the protein just a little bit and get some of those used. And like I said, I went ahead and cooked the whole 2 dozen, and some of those will go down with us this weekend. In the shell, I have no issue. Like, I just put them in the refrigerator in their shell. I have no issue with them being in there for at least a week. I've never had any issue with them going bad. So that is Monday night's dinner on Let's Wing It and see what I can come up with for a few nights. So we'll see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday night, and I kind of had thought about making taco soup, but that was soup 2 nights in a row, and I thought my kids might revolt. So I just went ahead and went with the old classic of tacos. So there's a pound of meat with the seasoning. For me, I will do mine on these egg life wraps, and I don't care that they're everything bagel. The taco flavor is enough to cover that up. And then the kids will have it on flour tortillas, or they can have taco salad with tortilla chips underneath. There's a romaine heart, sour cream, home canned salsa from last year. I didn't do any this year. I planted the wrong tomatoes this year. Some salsa con queso, which is a favorite. I have cowboy candy, which I canned actually a couple of years ago. Shh, don't tell the FDA. I'm not giving it to anybody else, so it's okay. Well, not the FDA, the USDA. So this is a sweet pickled jalapeno relish. And then I do have some guac cups that I forgot to get out. So I'll definitely get a couple of those out because me and at least one other kid will eat that. So nice, simple, easy meal. I'm kind of thinking there's probably not going to be any leftovers of this. I may add a little bit more meat than usual to make sure there's none so that there's nothing left in the refrigerator while we're gone. So yeah, that is Tuesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, it is Wednesday night, and I didn't actually get to film the full thing. We had neighbors come over that are going to take care of our chickens for us right when the pizza was done. So I was showing them the ropes on getting that taken care of. So the kids had the little boat pizzas that I make out of the little mini French bread. And then I cut up 1 pineapple. That's what's left. And we have to watch. Pineapple makes all of our mouths hurt. So most of that, the rest of that will go in the fridge for later. Or I'll take it down with us or whatever. And then my husband and I are having Chaffels, which is a cheese waffle. I'll put that recipe in the show notes as well. I wanted something easy. So literally my husband and I are just having Chaffels because we can't do the pineapple. I wanted something that we were going to have 0 leftovers or very little of to not have food left in the refrigerator. Okay, hang on, sorry. The glare off of that. The leftover soup is coming with us. I ate the rest of the leftover taco meat for lunch today. I'm trying to make no leftovers. So that is Wednesday night's dinner. And I won't see you tomorrow night. That's going to be the end of it. So we're getting up bright and early tomorrow morning and going to go have hopefully a fun weekend. So I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend yourselves. Goodbye and God bless.